headlights. This one I've sanded on quite a bit, considerable amount. Still got some dings in it, a little rough. This kit comes with sponges you start out with, little sanding sponges. Gradually you move your way up through those, and you just do the worst spots of that. So you end up getting quite a dull finish on here, and I've used some 2500 grit paper and the spray lubricant that's also comes with some of these kits, and buffed it down even more. What I want to show is how well this clarifying compound will work, because this really does the work for you here. This is your money maker. What I started with before I started sanding on the other one, and here is this one I just sanded after using the rubbing compound, but you're supposed to let that dry to a little haze. So to get them both in here, they look fairly similar on camera. Get a little closer. This one still has a haze. Of course, that's from, it hasn't been washed off. So we'll do that. Back here. And point is that compound is really the muscle of the whole operation there. And that's quite a bit cleaner, considering I just wiped it off with one hand. And this one's next. You can see there's quite a bit of dullness on there when you get to the side of them. And you really see all the damage in there. A lot of cracks in that plastic. A lot of sunburn there. This one here is smoothed over. Still see them there in the end. There's still some cracks on it, but got a lot of that off there with all that sand, and that's really when I started. Like, you would not attempt to restore them. Generally, they were in real bad shape, and you can see they're still in bad shape. On the inside, rust, they're cracked open and re-glued and cobbled together, and now I've done very little work really. And it's been all by hand. I didn't use any power tools. Really hasn't taken that long. I did end up going back to the sponges that came with the kit, just the final one, because my paper was a little too rough still. I went down, got up to a 2500 on it, and I used 1000 and a 1500 very briefly here and there, but that 25 just wasn't clearing up good with the clarifier, so I ended up bumping back to their sponge. But this one cleaned up pretty good. The other one's in better shape. And if you'd have seen them when I started, they were about the color of the sandpaper there, so they've come a long ways. We'll see what the finished product looks like. They still have this, there's a sealer compound, and there's like a primer for it. That has to go on yet.